Equal money excuses. So, an excuse that is used by people to apparently break down or oppose an equal money system, or show that an equal money system is some kind of evil monster, is, and this is something that a lot of people seem to claim and think and believe, is that equality will make everyone the same and we will lose our unique beingness and expression, and our unique and special individuality will be suppressed because we immediately connect the word equality to all these images and pictures within our mind of movies that we've seen, or things that we've read about in history books, or things that we've heard about communism, or movies like 1984, movies where this idea of communism is being played out, where everybody has to wear a uniform and everybody has to behave a certain way, and it's like a machine. It looks like a machine. It looks like everybody is just the same, and you have like a big brother, like an all-seeing eye that monitors everything and that controls everyone, and that is making sure that everyone is sticking to the program, that everybody looks the same, dresses the same, acts the same, talks the same. However, this is just a movie. It's just images, it's just pictures and stories that we've heard that have actually been designed specifically to make us believe that we here in capitalism are the free spirits, the free ones, the ones who have all the freedom. Although if we have an honest look at what we're actually doing in our lives, and just how our entire lives and expression has been controlled by the media, I mean, we should have figured out by now that in fact it is us that are the robots at this moment. Because have a look within yourself. Everybody exists within fear, especially teenagers, especially the ones who are the children that are growing up in this world and becoming the adults of this world, have extensive fears within themselves of being mocked and laughed at and ridiculed and pushed aside and bullied by their peers, by their environment, if they don't dress like everybody else, if they don't follow the latest fashion, if they don't have that new bookcase or that new phone, or if they don't listen to this or that music, if they don't behave in this or that cool way, if they haven't watched this movie and whatever. I mean, and when you're an adult, you kind of look at the teenagers and you think within yourself, oh, they're just teenagers, they're going through that phase, and it's not, this doesn't exist within me anymore, because I don't, because us adults, we've matured and we don't experience that fear within ourselves anymore. But if we were to actually be honest and look within ourselves, we would realize that fear that we experienced when we were teenagers has only become suppressed. We've only suppressed that fear within ourselves and built all these layers of personality constructs on that on top of that fear, wherein we actually go and basically justify this personality that we have created within ourselves and become of, wherein we've actually become exactly the same as our parents and become exactly the same as everybody around us. But we just don't notice that about ourselves anymore, because we've completely suppressed the experience of extensive fear that we experienced during childhood. So that's kind of a fuck up, where we don't even realize anymore just how much we are being controlled at this very moment, controlled by our own fear of not fitting in, not being accepted, not being a part of society, a fear of everybody else, a fear of ourselves, a fear of the world, because we have managed to suppress that fear so extensively within ourselves. So, I mean, an equal money system has nothing to do with how you look. We can't imagine an equal money system, and we cannot imagine how life would be in an equal money system, because it's not about how you look. It's not about how we will look or how we will behave or express ourselves. It's simply about just life and being able to live without fear. We will still be able to wear what we want and make what we want. The only difference is that we will have to start considering whether or not what we do is in fact what is best for our environment. For instance, at the moment, we have factories that manufacture guns. Okay, guns are by very definition not best for life on Earth at all in any way whatsoever, but we still manufacture them, we produce them, we sell them, we buy them. Like, so many people have a gun and so many people get shot to death every day. And then people say, oh, but we need guns to protect ourselves from other people. But what are we protecting ourselves from? We're protecting ourselves from the people who have guns, who are able to shoot us with their gun. So it's like how do you call that? It's like a self-feeding cycle that is like built upon itself, but that is in itself just completely, just not, it doesn't make any sense to have guns, to make guns. Guns only destroy life. That's what they're made for. So, for instance, in an equal money system, there will be no guns. Things like that. We will have to start considering within the things that we manufacture and in the way that we interact with our environment. We will have to start considering the consequences of our actions. Because at the moment, we're not doing that. We're making stuff, we're building factories, and we're using Earth's resources for various things, and we can clearly see that nature is being destroyed, and there are huge consequences playing out in the world right now that are just really fucked up. And that's because we have never ever just taken a moment and considered what the consequences will be of our actions. We have never actually looked at what we're doing and looked at our environment and considered that, hey, I'm in this world with billions of other people and animals, and they are alive just like me, so I have to actually make sure that what I do in this world won't harm other life forms in any way whatsoever, because they are equal to me. That's what equality really means. It means I am equal in life value to another being. My life is equally value and equally worthy as the life within another. And at the moment, if we look at how our society works, it's not within the principle of equality, because we are not equally valuing the life within another, because if we were, then poverty or starvation wouldn't even exist. Poverty and starvation exist in this world at the moment to show us that we are in no way actually able to see or realize that another being is in fact alive. We don't even see them as alive. They're just like pictures to us. They're pictures of something that's happening in this world, like we're watching a television, but that's not life to us. And the only thing that is apparently alive for us is our immediate environment of our own personal family and of our own personal friends, because they give us a good feeling within ourselves, so we enjoy having them around, so we will support their life. But we don't give a fuck about anything or anyone else in this world. And that's just the basic problem that we're facing in this world. So all the people who actually attack an equal money system or discard an equal money system because of that idea of equality is going to make us or force us all to be the same or look the same, dress the same, and is going to suppress our individual expression. That's simply trying to fight for and defend the current abuse in the world and our right to abuse, wherein life is suffering due to our desire to do whatever the fuck we want. I mean, that is what individuality at this point means. It is basically the freedom to do whatever the fuck we want. It is the freedom to make guns and shoot people. It is the freedom to manufacture loads of plastic and then dump them in the ocean and then strangle millions of turtles to death. That is our individuality at this moment. So, I mean, anyone can see that that kind of individuality is just completely fucked up and is not sustainable. It's just not sustainable for life on Earth. It's making and creating casualties and billions of victims on this Earth of people and just beings who don't have that luxury to be an individual. For instance, people who are living in poverty or in starvation or being exploited in Chinese factories, they don't have the luxury to be an individual. They don't have the luxury to go out and go on a shopping spree on a Sunday afternoon, and they don't have the luxury to do whatever they want because they have to work every day and they have to actually, I don't know, prostitute themselves to make money. They have to every day go out there and make sure that they find some food or find some money, find a job, so that they're able to survive and take care of their family. I mean, that is what our current concept and understanding of what it means to be an individual entails, which is just abusive and completely unacceptable. And we are perfectly able to be an individual and to express ourselves as an individual without abusing other people. I mean, if being an individual means that we have to harm others, we have to abuse others, and we have to allow others to be abused, then there's something seriously fucked up with our concept and with our understanding of individuality and of ourselves. And we should really start investigating ourselves, because there's just, life on Earth is suffering and it's on our hands. So that's another excuse that is used to not consider an equal money system that is completely bullshit. It's just bullshit that people say to not have to listen and to not have to consider that we need to change. I mean, it's lies that people tell themselves, and it's lies that people simply say without ever stopping to really look at the words that they're saying, because they assume that the lies will simply work, because lies have always been working in this world. People say lies all the time. Politicians speak lies all the time because they assume that people will simply follow and listen, and those that don't follow, those that speak up, they won't be heard anyway. So, I mean, we will not accept this anymore. There's just no more place for lies in this world, and we need to seriously wake up and stop lying to ourselves and other people and start considering, you know, what actually makes sense in this world, and start considering that we really have to change our ways if we want to keep life on Earth, and if we want to continue existing on Earth, and if we want to actually in a way experience self-respect. So I'd suggest to go and vote on the goals for the equal money system on the website, and buy the book, The Future of Money, Equal Money System, of which I will place the link in the description box. And go to the Equal Money Forum and participate in the discussions. So thanks.